don't know what's happened to us, and we don't know where we came from, which by default means like we don't know where we're going, and like it can be really tough. I'm not trying to make excuses for fuck niggas and stupid niggas. Yes, there's a lot of evil niggas and conscious, like who are conscious and who know, who actually weaponize this shit against the people. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we're here for. What I will say is for just take in consideration, like, what is it saying? I always say the same thing to y'all. Forgive them, you know what I'm saying? Or they know not. How can you be mad at a kid? You know what I'm saying? I always think about, no disrespect to all the niggas, but how are you going to be mad at a kid for not knowing better than you, you know? It's a kid. He hasn't gone through the life experiences. He doesn't have the wisdom. His frontal lobe isn't there, like anything. Like, and I know that's like a weird analogy, but it's like, well, the frontal lobe part at least, but most people, because of the substances and the chemicals in their body, their frontal lobe actually doesn't develop fully. Not even like until they're 27 or something. Until they decide to have it develop and change their life, you know? So like most people out here walking around in 30, 40, 50-year-old bodies with like an infantile mind, you know? And so kind of going back to it, you know, like with me, I know a lot of people outside of my community, but I would say that more in an ethnic standpoint. I know a lot of people of a lot of different races. I don't know. I mean, now I know a lot more, but like coming up, I did, even though they were in different ethnic communities, whether that would be like Asian, Spanish, other parts of Africa, Caribbean, you know, like, yeah, white people too. But I just found that mentally we were around in the same predisposition of that, like feeling like we're in lack, and that's not an environment that's very conducive to feeling like you can have enough. Like you said, it's a struggle for resources every day. Like, and when everyone around you is struggling, it makes it that much realer because you're like, shit, bro, like we're all out here. Like, what makes me different, you know? And it's harder to actualize that potential, but even more than that, when you do actualize it and you get out, looking back, seeing all the people who look back and they're like, they don't want you to change, they want you to be like them, you know what I'm saying? It can be very isolating because a lot of people look at you with contempt. Like I said, kids don't know nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least I felt for me, it's very isolating because like it's hard to get around people who you don't make feel uncomfortable after a certain point, and so it can be like in a sense of like self actualization. It can be very difficult to find better environments as you kind of progress and traverse up this ladder of understanding. Like I know now, I know a lot of different people. You know what I'm saying, from like different places in the world. And so it's really helped me see a lot of different perspectives. And the reason I even asked the question is because I want to know, really in a nutshell, like why I think. I mean, I want to know from you guys too, like, but I want to know why you guys think that seeing so many different people's lives and so many different states of mind, you know what I'm saying, so much different ways of being, can either help or hinder you, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it makes you feel, the more life you experience, the more alone you will feel, basically. That's what I'm starting to realize, because you're becoming more and more unique with the experiences that you're absorbing, right? So someone could experience something similar to you, but never be just like you. So if you're constantly someone who's experiencing it and constantly seeking new experiences, then you're always going to make people feel different because you are embracing your differentness, you know what I'm saying? But like someone who has been in the same environment and trying to stay stuck and is been trapped in that environment, like the Black community or something like that, they're not used to seeing people like that. They don't even want to be reminded that isn't available to them, that you can venture off, because then it'll put the accountability back on them and being like, why haven't I done that? You know, I think that's the thing that people don't like when people like see people on the right path because it reminds them, why am I not on the right path?
Yeah.
Why am I not on the right? That is the worst. That's like a little voice in you that is the loudest. It's a little voice inside of your head, but it's loud as fuck. You know, like because it's that self-loathing that you're talking about, and no one's gonna be harder than you than yourself. I shit on myself way harder than anybody will ever, you know.
Yeah, shit. My mom kind of shits on me harder than anything.
Nah,
Yeah, but I know what you
shit on
mean.
me.
I'm harder on myself than my mom is on me. I'm harder than my. Yeah, definitely. I agree with you.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
hard on myself. What about you, bro? Why do you think it's so expansive to see other walks of life and shit?
I feel like it's only if you allow it to change you. You know, I feel like it's a character, or have a strong mindset or strong will. Because we could go through the same thing. It could either do two things or one thing. It could allow me to be better and walk the path to change. Or for you, it could allow you to be, you know, too down into drugs or take the wrong path. Like, you know, there was this quote I was reading about two brothers, right? And and if I could actually quote it, maybe I'll paraphrase it because I can't quote it the exact word. So two brothers were sitting next to each other, and they were at a therapy. They were being counseled by therapy, and then one brother is in a suitcase, like he got money. The other one is just with alcohol bottles sitting on the floor. And they ask him both questions. Why are you like that? Right? Why are you the way you are? Because my dad was an alcoholic. You know, remind me. One brother's wearing a suit. He got money. Suitcase full of money. Nice shoes. The brother next to him is just short, red pants, no shoes, no socks, and just a beater. And they ask both of them. They ask the one that's rich and that has, who got a suit and everything else. So why are you the way you are? Why do you become the way you become? Like that was an alcoholic. And then like ask the next guy, why you are the way you become? That was an alcoholic. So what I'm trying to say is the experience that you go through, it's either will take you higher to be better for yourself, or it'll take you to be somebody that you don't want to become, but it forces you because you allow it, right? Because if you don't have the strong mindset, the strong will, right? Because I could have turned to what I went through, I could have chose a wrong path. I could have chose walking the wrong road. I wouldn't be here right now. I would have been married. I would have had a home. I would have nothing if I chose that path because of my strength. Because I didn't allow it to make me or for me to stoop that low. I didn't allow it to control my destiny or my future. I didn't allow it to dictate how I'm gonna be living my life in the next few years. Right? I feel like everybody has a choice of the way they live. No matter what you go through it. It's either you allow it to put you down and crush you, or you allow it to pump you up to be a better person tomorrow, the next few years. I feel like we all have a choice in our life